The rain poured relentlessly over the streets of Florence, soaking cobblestones and hearts alike. It was a city known for its art, its soul, and its secrets. On this storm-drenched evening, under a flickering street lamp near the Arno River, two strangers collided, literally. "Watch it," Elena gasped, clutching her soaked umbrella as it flipped inside out. She looked up, frustrated, and met a pair of stormy gray eyes beneath a black hood. "Sorry," the man said, his voice as smooth as violin strings. "I wasn't looking." Neither of them moved for a moment. The air crackled with more than just thunder. Elena, a restorer at the Uffizi Gallery, wasn't the type to believe in fate. Life was measured in pigments and centuries-old cracks. But something about the way this man looked at her, as if he recognized her soul, unraveled something tightly wound inside her. "I'm Leo," he said finally, extending a hand. "Elena." And so, the rain introduced them. Leo wasn't from Florence. He wasn't even from anywhere in particular. A travel photographer by profession, a drifter by nature, he lived out of a suitcase and through the lens of his camera. But he found himself lingering in Florence longer than expected, captivated not just by the Renaissance beauty, but by Elena's eyes, which reminded him of sepia-toned dreams. Over coffee and slow works, they talked of art and philosophy, of heartbreak and healing. Elena revealed her passion for forgotten masterpieces. Leo told her stories of ruins and deserts, of faces captured in dying light. One evening, in the dusty archives of the gallery, Elena stumbled upon a letter, yellowed, torn, and sealed with wax. It was a love letter, dated 1862, from a soldier to a woman named Elisabetta. The handwriting was hauntingly familiar. Leo, curious, looked at it and froze. "I've seen this before," he whispered. "In a dream." Elena dismissed it at first. Coincidence, she thought, but more strange signs followed. They'd finish each other's sentences. She'd dream of moments that hadn't happened, yet Leo swore they had. A melody she played on the piano turned out to be the same tune he hummed in childhood, though he'd never learned music. It was as though the universe had stitched their stories together before, unraveled them, and now was sewing them again. One night, beneath the stars on a Florentine terrace, Leo kissed her and said, "Have you ever thought we've done this before? You and me. Some other time, some other life." Elena, tears in her eyes, nodded. "I think I loved you before I even met you." But fate, as always, demanded a toll. Leo received a job offer, an international exhibition in Tokyo. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Elena had been offered a prestigious grant to restore frescoes in a remote Tuscan villa. Both offers had strict timelines. Both would pull them apart. They argued. They cried. They clung to one another. "I don't want to lose this," Elena said. "Not again." "You won't," Leo promised. "If fate brought us together once, it'll do it again. But I don't want to leave." "Then don't." But he did, and she stared. Months passed like chapters unfinished. Elena worked with aching fingers and a restless heart. Leo photographed cities but couldn't frame a smile. On New Year's Eve, under Florence's fireworks, she stood alone on the Ponte Vecchio, the same spot where they first kissed. A voice behind her whispered, "I think I left something here." She turned, and there he was, wet from rain, tired from flight, and holding the faded love letter. "I couldn't stay away," Leo said. "Not when I realized Elisabetta never replied because the soldier never returned. I don't want to be him. I want to finish our story." Years later, their photos and restorations showed a joint exhibit.
Through time and canvas, visitors swore the paintings and photographs danced together, like lovers chasing each other across lifetimes. And in the corner of the gallery, beneath the letter encased in glass, were two names, etched in silver, Elena and Leo, A note below read, some love stories are written in the stars, ours was aged in time, rewritten, reclaimed, and finally, embraced.